Hello again. Welcome back to Billy Ho Sports. This week's racing, we're going to tackle the Lexington Stakes this Saturday at Keeneland. We're going to recap yesterday's Bluegrass Stakes, also the last official prep, which is the Lexington Stakes. But it looks to me like more of a Preakness prep. We'll also award subscriber winners, spin the wheel for a few more Derby Glass giveaways. And remember, you do have to be a subscriber to win. Yes, subscribing is free. Yes, it's very easy to do. Just click the button and you're on your way. Don't forget to click that like while you're at it. And we're going to get right into the racing, heading out to Keeneland for the Bluegrass Stakes. Sorry. Good break at the beginning of the race. East Avenue really broke strong. Ton of speed early out of the gate. Owen Almighty looking to track in second place. Pretty swift opening quarter, 22.95. Continued that way through a really swift 46.95 half mile. And as they begin all this time, Burnham Square falls back to last, getting ready to kick his rally in. And they hit the far turn. That's when Burnham Square really kicked it into high gear. And as they hit the stretch, but East Avenue put Owen Almighty away and was just looking strong down the stretch. River Thames was third the whole time. He didn't seem to be backing down either. Rendered Judgment was making a pretty decent move on the inside, but didn't really close any ground. But as East Avenue looked like he was in position to take the crown, be back on everybody's Derby favorite list again, they hit the wire, and Burnham Square made a big late kick to steal it from him by a nose at the wire. Congratulations to Burnham Square. Chancellor McPatrick once again got run off the track, it seems like, just like last fall at Del Mar. So I just don't know what to think of him. I'm scratching him off the list. I thought maybe he was improving along the way, but evidently it didn't work out that way. So I don't see him doing any damage further down the road unless he matures. But Burnham Square, I thought, was in for a big bounce back after I went and watched the Holy Bull, and him defeating Tapan Street, and then Tapan Street obviously turning around winning the Florida Derby. I thought that was a really great effort. The pedigree's there. He looks really good. He just had a little off day at the office in the Fountain of Youth, but he bounced right back in a big way. So the only other thing going forward, a couple of trends for you. The last time a Bluegrass Stakes participant won a Kentucky Derby was 2007 Street Sense. The last time the horse that won the Bluegrass was 1991 Strike the Gold. So I still believe the winner of the Kentucky Derby this year is shipping in west of the Mississippi. You can see the whole laundry list of those horses, obviously. But it was a really good race, and just an interesting Tuesday. Having all the big stakes action going down at Keeneland was kind of fun. But I'd rather see it on Saturdays. So let's move on because it's giveaway time. All right. So at RM Gibbs 1861 was the first commenter to hit Burnham Square on the original preview show. And then my preview show yesterday, I asked for the same. So that was at Stranger in a Strange Land 7344. Had the first comment there. So those two, congratulations. Just email me your address, which I'll give you my email address here in just a second, and your address so I can ship you your Derby glass. But wait, there is more. So several commenters correctly picked the winners. We're going to do something a little bit different. So for all the commenters of both those videos, I'm going to put them all in the wheel, and the ones that actually got the winners, I'm going to give 2 entries to give you a better chance. And then we're going to spin the wheel twice. So let's do it. Spin that wheel. Okay, congratulations at Joseph Sorrow 77 and also at Daryl Dorsey 6531. Good job, people. I appreciate all the support. Really, I couldn't be doing this without your support. The comments and all the well wishes are awesome. So, really, really, thank you so much for being with me today. Just email me BILLYAH35 at yahoo.com. The ticker across the screen will show you. You need to send me your address to claim your prize. Also, just as a caveat, if you're an apartment unit or something different, basement, whatever, include that in there because sometimes there's multiple addresses. So we just want to make it clear so I don't have to go back to you to get more info. So now on with the show. The Grade 3 Lexington Stakes brought us the Great Charismatic back in 1999. And how special was that horse? Oh, I don't know. He finished fourth in the Santa Anita Derby on April 6th. And then he shipped out to Keeneland. D. Wayne Lucas said this horse is good enough, he's smart enough, and daggone it, people like him. So he ships him to Keeneland for the Lexington Coolmore Stakes back then on April 18th, just 13 days after that. We'll get to it. But he wins the Lexington Coolmore Stakes. And that gets him into the Kentucky Derby. That's kind of how things worked back then, winning your in type stuff like that. So that earned him the right. Just 13 days later, he shocks the racing world 31-1. D. Wayne Lucas, who else was going to bring you a bomb on Derby Day, wins Kentucky Derby 125. What a great race. Oh, not only that, another 2 weeks later, he wins the Preakness Stakes. And sadly, he did go back and go after the Belmont, which he was actually taking the lead at the time of his injury, the 3/16th pole. He broke his leg. Luckily, he survived the injury. Great job by the jockey jumping off. Chris Antley, I believe was his name. So that was like the biggest Kentucky Derby hit ever for me. On that, I remember I drew him in a drawing, and so it was 18 horses, $10 a piece or $20, I can't remember, but it was a very profitable day for old Billy Ho that day. So this year's crop, how do they look? Well, let's go take a look at the past performances and see what we got. Okay, here it is. We're going a mile and a 16th on the dirt. Stone Street, Grade 3, Lexington Stakes, $400,000 purse. That's only 100,000 less than they ran the Santa Anita Derby for, just for your information. But here we go. Hard as life. Going to be a hard pass for me. Just nothing there that shows me this horse has any chance. Bracket Buster, late to the party. The NCAA tournament ended last Monday, so you're out too. Did compete in the street since last fall, but coming off a long layoff too, and just not really looking like. Although sired by Vacoma, which is pretty solid. So Manny Franco, Victoria Oliver. So I mean, it's not like it would be a bad horse. It's just not going to land in my ticket. Number 3 is maybe the most interesting horse in the race. Bullard is Mike McCarthy's trained horse. Winner of the Bob Hope, looked very impressive here. Beaten Medicat Road, Mackenzie Street, beat Kalea Bay on the maiden win. Then maybe just a little bit too much to ask in the San Vicente, but ran third behind Barnes and Romanesque. So just outkicked for second, really. So it wasn't really a bad race. We were just waiting to see how this Gunrunner colt was going to handle his first two-turn effort. And of course, the big setback came on Rebel Day when he was going to run there and spiked the fever and had to be scratched. So lost a little training time, had to regroup, but back at it, has had several works here leading up March, February. So just really has been working pretty steadily. So Bullard is going to be trying the two turns. I think he's got the juice to go the distance, and it should be one of your top 2 or 3 choices in this race, I think. And if he do, I'll have a take on that toward the end here. So stick with me. Now we've got Rolando, and I'm going through here, and I'm going April 7th. Oh, wait a minute, that was Monday. Okay, so this horse is not wheeling back Saturday, racing Monday. Ran 4th in the Lafayette 400K. So I'm not going to talk about Rolando. He's not going to run. Number 5 is Native Runner, which is kind of an interesting horse. Has shown some good signs in his development. Obviously, the Kenny McPeak was really kind of unsure what he had going on here, and then he said, "Well, let's go for the turf." So he puts him on the turf at Fairgrounds, and then he's a disaster. He doesn't really have any impact whatsoever. And then he's like, "Well, let's go ahead and try it one more time." It got pulled off the turf, but it's still a fast track. And look, the maiden optional claimer for 50K. I know it's a 77 number, which is weak, but a huge rally up to win by a nose, though. And so inside traffic, he rallied up from the rail coming down the stretch. So solid effort, and then comes back and goes for another optional claiming for 50K, and then runs a nice 91 speed figure. And a little bit different tactic gets Jose Ortiz aboard, and he says, "Let's get this horse going a little faster." So he comes out of the gate, out of the one post, and he's tracking in third for like the first call or whatever. And then he sees a little opening there, and he wants to run. So Jose just kind of lets him go, and he just goes right out to the lead here, and then he doesn't give it up. He hits the stretch fully cranked going a mile 70 and wins by 4. So Magnum Force, there was a pretty couple of decent horses. He was keen inside early, but he got it done. So a maturing horse, I think might be a nice 15-1, a little bit of sleeper play for maybe the other Kenny McPeak horse. So that brings us to number 6, Gosker. Uh, really a nice maiden breaker here, 94K, going a mile at Gulfstream, sired by Nyquist, a Kentucky Derby winner, and a very early speed favoring lineage. So 7.1 average win, that should be good enough to get the distance. Nice developing horse, gets IRAD aboard for Brendan Walsh. So this one's going to be dangerous. It's worth looking at. 7-2. Gosker is on my radar. That brings me to 7. It's either Praetor or Praetor. I'm not really sure. I just looks like Praetor to me. Anyway, we call it Prater here in Kentucky. So Flavian Pratt is the mount for Chad Brown. This was a bomb effort right here. I know it was an 87 speed figure, which probably could have got a little bit more, but he wasn't being asked to do anything. He just got out to the lead, and it was just like a really strong workout. Like when you just get that, you take that C4 right before you go into the gym, and you're just fully cranked, and you're just cracking the weights, and you hit the stretch by 3, and you don't need any urging. You want to get those last 3 reps. So he just blew it out down the stretch by 7, ridden out. So this one's dangerous. Probably going to be the pick to win. The early speed, I think it's going to favor early speed like it kind of did over the week or over the last couple of days, but previously there's not really much rain. I think we're going to get a little bit today in Louisville, but really just the warming trend is going to continue and get us into the 60s by Saturday. So I think that everything should be all good. Here's the other Kitty McPeak horse, Hypnus. I asked our friend on X, Siggy Mendoza, because he loved him some Hypnus in the Louisiana Derby, and I just couldn't see it. I didn't know what was going on there, and he just really didn't have much of a threat. But that was really just a kind of an anomalous type race with Tiz Tastic just going at just a blistering pace, and then Tiz Tastic just grinding them out. Chunk of Gold got second, a $2,500 horse what ran second. Instant replay, I can't remember, but that was definitely not a horse on anybody's radar. So it was just really a pace meltdown situation. And he kind of got caught in the same thing in the Rebel previous to that, really. The early Matticat Road fractions in that race kind of spoiled the party for him. So he didn't really fire there, and he had some traffic trouble. So they're adding blinkers, and Into Mischief is the sire. So Luis Saez is going to take over for Brian Hernandez, just as good. Should improve. Saez is heating up, 4 wins and 15 starts. Something about Keeneland, he's getting his juices. He's back in Kentucky. So, he dominated Churchill last fall too. So 27%, 4 out of 15 so far. So hot jock. incoming Luis Saez. So Hypnus is one I'll have my eye on. And then we rounded out with Not Touchy because right here he ran Monday as well in the Lafayette. I just cannot conceive the notion that they're going to bring this horse back in 5 days unless they look really good. Because it's not like they're going to get in the Kentucky Derby or anything. So what's the point? I mean, if you want to get him ready, I mean, it's not. I mean, you don't earn points to get to the Preakness. So, there's other races out there. So I don't see how they could possibly be trying to run that horse out that quickly off of the last race. All right, let's clean things up and get out of here. Bullard, I think, should perform well. He's going to need that Bob Hope close where he was chasing the pace and he started cranking around the far turn maybe midway through the far turn. But as he's turning and hitting the straightaway, I think he needs to be like right on 2, 3 lengths of the lead. I don't think he wants to, like a horse like Prater, to get loose because I think Prater's going to have his way out front because with no Rolando and no Touchy, Touchy's more of a presser, but Touchy would be a good enough horse that would get up on him if need be. I'm not really sure. Bullard is a late one too, so Prater could have his own way. We could see a big wire job, aka East Avenue Light, but he wins. So because East Avenue, in all for all intents and purposes, was a winning performance. He was really should be commended on his gutsy effort there out front. So that is all I have today. Thanks so much for joining me. Keep the comments coming. Keep smashing that like button. Share me on social media. Get the word out. Billy Ho Sports is here to stay. We're getting it done. More giveaways to come. So till next time, see you soon.